Yo, DC fam, welcome. You're watching DC Fanverse. Thank you guys for joining me. Right, guys, so Absolute Superman, the character file has been released in the game, and we're going to take a look at it, guys. So, right off the bat, my man is shorter than Wonder Woman. She was 7.1 or something, but he's 6.3. Not important, but just to understand the differences in size. Anyway, he is a agile DPS superhero, absolute universe, Kryptonian, and Metropolis tag. He also has multiple attacks, single target burst, burn, shield, and absolute universe. Now, on Discord, the update says they've removed absolute universe tag from Wonder Woman and replaced it with stun and crit, yet they left that on for Superman. Why? I don't know. But more than likely, this might change as well for him. Anyway, let's look at his ult, guys. Call Sol. Activate Solar Reserve of the Sol armored suit, and to the end of the battle, Sol adapts the suit functions to the current battle situation. Defensive mode. If Absolute Superman's HP is below 50%, add 2 stacks of Firm Stand, Vitality, Shelter, Recuperate, and Cloak buffs to Absolute Superman for 3 turns, and use Solar Reserves to cleanse all debuffs from Absolute Superman. That is a lot of buff on him, guys. 2 stacks, Firm Stand, Vitality, Shelter, Recuperate, and Cloak. Off the bat, it sounds like you could use him as an off tank. Now for offensive mode, if absolute HP is above 50%, add 2 stacks of sturdy armor, strong attack, haste, frantic, and hard hit buffs to Absolute Superman for 3 turns, and use Solar Flare to apply 1 stack of dampen on each member of the enemy team for 2 turns. Perform Tornado Punch against 1 target for 100% attack as superpower damage. Each attack applies 2 stacks of burn. So pretty much sounds like DCU Soup is doing the single target heat vision attack, which is pretty much identical to DCU Soup's, but he is behaving, I would like to say, as Soup's, but I'm not sure. Is there anyone that has 2 different modes? Kind of like, what's his name? Two-Face. He has 2 different modes. The 50% HP marker is the decider. If you have above that mark, you will be in offensive mode. If you're below that mark, you go into defensive mode. And of course, tornado damage increases in damage as you level up to 125%, and does 1 additional attack for each 10 buff stacks on his team, and his tornado punches does 150 stack for each 1 additional attack for 10 buffs on the enemy team. Okay. What buff? So I suppose if this is a buff for him, if he has 10 stacks of buff on your team, you will do 1 extra hit, and if they have one extra debuff, 10 stacks of debuff on any of them. You do one extra hit. Okay, sounds good. Right, breakthrough. Gut punches to an enemy in the front row for 100% attack as physical damage. These are physical damage as well. The punch echoes to two nearby enemies in the back row to take 50% attack damage as physical damage. He has to be with Supergirl. He has to be in Supergirl's team. She is a physical team. He does physical. That's without a shadow of a doubt. Front row damage and also back row damage as well. Next one, burn bright. Using annihilating heat vision on a single target to deal 150% attack as superpower damage and add 2 stacks of burn. Enemies target an enemy with the least amount of burn on them. Deal 200% attack as super damage. Also apply 2 stacks of fragile. Deal 250% attack as super damage. Add 4 stacks of burn. Also applies 2 stacks of dampen for 2 turns. So this will add 2 stacks of burn to the target, effectively max it out at 4. Okay. Solar Furnace. Absolute Superman's fire doesn't detonate. Sounds like Dr. Phosphorus. It consumed. Burn applied by your team no longer detonates. Each stack of burn applied to the enemy increases its absolute Superman damage by 1 turn. So, can you imagine if you have Firestorm in your team? He is applying burn detonation like crazy, and you can get up to 100 stack like that in seconds. Throw in a few other burn characters. Literally, you're going to have hundreds of stacks lined up. My question is, what's the limit? Because Dr. Phosphorus is limited at 99 stacks. How much is he? Each stack of burn applied to enemy team increases absolute Superman's defense by 1% to a maximum of 200% defense. In the beginning of the turn, absolute Superman is healed 0.5% of max HP for each stack of burn on the enemy team. You're using him as a tank, guys, at this point. No question about it. Absolute Superman is immune to burn. Yes. Firestorm, he is your counter. He is not taking none of your burn damage. Once per battle, Superman will survive a fatal attack with 1 HP, upon which he'll gain invulnerable for 1 turn. While invulnerable expires, Solar Armor heals Absolute Superman for 20% of his max HP. Yes, he is definitely here to counter Firestorm. Period. Though, don't know how his defense will be in terms of surviving initial hits, but the longer he survives in the battle, the better chances of him countering and surviving Firestorm. Now guys, let me jump on quickly to Discord and let's see if there's any information regarding his badge. In fact, no, let me look at the email. Alright, so his badge, guys. His badge, against all odds, further enhances Cal's soul by accelerating Superman into battle and turning the activation of his armor into a major power swing for the entire team. At the start of the battle, Absolute Superman receives 2 stacks of haste for every character on the enemy team for... Receive 2 stacks of haste for every character on the enemy team for 3 turns. Okay, that's really a weird way to word that. You're always gonna have 5 members on the opposite team, so why say for every character on the enemy team? Okay, but that means you're getting 2 for 10 stacks of haste for 3 turns. Man, that would make him fast. When Soul Armor is activated, it gives Absolute Superman allies shield to 100% of Absolute Superman's max HP until the end of the battle, excluding Absolute Superman. When Soul Armor is activated, receive benefits for both defensive and offensive mode. What? Alright, so hold on. Soul Armor once again was his ult. So his badge 30 will give you both his defensive and offensive mode activated having badge 30. Did I read that right? Hold on, guys. Yep. Badge 30 ignores that 50% threshold marker, and both defensive and offensive mode is activated when you ult. Here is badge 30 required. No doubt about it. Badge 30. Period. And of course, so he needs to be played, in my opinion, straight off the bat. I think he needs to be played as a tank. Throw defense and throw health onto him. The more health he has, the more defense he has, the more powerful he is, because his max health will activate and give you a shield for the rest of the team to survive long, and his defense would mean he can survive the longest and do a lot more damage from the front row. Off tank, easily, he's like DCU Superman. He's like the new DCU Superman, but even better. Yep, we're summoning him. We are summoning him. And guess what, guys? He comes on tonight. Tonight, he releases tonight. Yep, we're summoning. We are summoning. Alright, guys, that's all for now. Hope you liked the video. Do leave a like and sub to the channel, and we will see you later for the summon. Bye.
Thanks for watching. Leave a like on the video and don't forget to subscribe.